Buenos dias! I know you've probably heard some outrageous things about teaching languages with comprehensible input, like how translations are the holy grail of comprehension, or that keeping it simple is the key to success. Well, folks, it's time to separate fact from fiction. Join me as I unveil the truth behind 5 mind-boggling misconceptions that have haunted our CI classrooms for ages. From getting lost in translation to the not-so-simple simplicity, I'm about to expose them all. So if you're tired of being misled by outdated myths and ready to embrace a more effective and enjoyable approach to language teaching, then this video is your ticket to language teaching truth. Grab your popcorn and settle in, and get ready to learn and let go of those CI language teaching misconceptions. My name is Scott, and you're watching Immediate Immersion, where we're all about comprehension-based instruction in the modern language classroom. We'll be right back. Our first myth is translation. Many people think that teaching with comprehensible input means that we are constantly translating everything that we say, and that simply isn't the truth. Teaching with comprehensible input means that we are focused on making ourselves comprehended, and translation is just one way we can do that. We also can use gestures, images, videos, and even acting to make ourselves understood. And although it's true that we do rely more on translation in the beginning, we are definitely not subtitling ourselves as we speak. And our goal is to wean students off of translation by only translating the parts the students don't know. Myth number 2 is that we always have to keep it simple, that we have to use simple vocabulary and simple sentences so that our students are able to understand. Not only is this a myth, it's a huge mistake. I've heard from so many teachers who say their students are always using simple sentences and rarely use conjunctions. And come to find out, it's because they never use anything but simple sentences and rarely use conjunctions themselves. If you want your students to use bigger words and more complex sentences, you have to expose them to bigger words and complex sentences on a regular basis. The key is not to stay simple, but to slowly scaffold your sentences and vocabulary so you're constantly challenging students to grow. Our third myth is that comprehensible input only focuses on listening and reading comprehension. Although these are important beginning components of language acquisition, they are merely stepping stones to being able to speak and write in the language. If we focus only on providing listening and reading comprehension, we'll never know if our students can actually speak or write the language. By engaging in conversation days and having weekly quick writes, we can ensure that not only are students understanding the language we're teaching, but they're also able to produce language, which is the goal of any language program. Myth busted. Number 4 is that the goal of comprehensible input is to create native-like speakers. And yes, it's true that with comprehensible input, you're more likely to have students gain proficiency faster than with traditional methods. Rarely at the end of a 4-year program do students have a native-like proficiency. Becoming a native-like speaker of any language takes years and years, and let's face it, we just don't have that kind of time in our classroom. The true goal of comprehensible input is to help learners acquire language in a natural way. And just like with native speakers, everyone acquires language at different rates, and our focus should be on providing ample comprehensible input so that our students acquire as much language as they possibly can. Before we get to the last myth, I want to tell you about our CI Summer Camp. This 10-part webinar series is for both the experienced and beginning CI teacher who want to refresh or learn CI techniques to maximize success come this fall. These webinars are packed full of useful information, helpful tips and tricks, and expert ways to make the whole process easier and less time-consuming. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, head on over to mm.us/summercamp and register today. All classes are live and are recorded for your convenience. I hope to see you at CI Summer Camp. Now, back to our myths. Our last myth is that there's no place for grammar in comprehensible input classrooms. Again, this is just not true. We teach grammar all of the time, but just not in a memorized, rule and chart-based way. Instead, we focus on meaning and how grammar affects this meaning. We teach grammar in context in the language that we use in the classroom and point out its application. And as students' proficiency increases, we may even give 15 to 30-second grammar explanations, but still focusing on meaning rather than form. Grammar has its place, and used judiciously, you can increase your students' accuracy while not getting lost in the weeds of complex grammar rules. Now it's your turn. Let us know in the comments any myths you've come across in your language journey. And thanks for watching. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more teaching inspiration, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a new video. Want to watch more? Here's another great video on teaching in the modern language classroom. Until next time, happy comprehensible input.